Now that everything's settled a little bit, day and a half on, the emotion of Thursday night, just sum it up how you feel now. I know you'll be looking forward to the final, but maybe a bit of reflection on what an amazing night it was.
Yeah, it was amazing because in the end was a reflection of what we are building here. A different project than the ones I had before, and you know, a big challenge. And in the end, to see the way the stadium was, the happiness of the fans, the emotion of the players, everyone that worked in the club played that game in a way. And I know what people can say is not Champions League, is our Champions League, is the competition that we played. So to reach the final, and I have to admit, to reach the final winning against a Premier League team with the prestige that the Premier League clubs have, also with the difficult history Italian teams lately have against the Premier League teams, I have to admit that was even a bigger feeling for us.
And it showed, because you say that it's not the Champions League, you've won Champions Leagues, you've won Europa Leagues, you've won big titles. I don't think I've ever seen you that emotional at a final whistle. Does that?
No, because exactly because you know, there are jobs where win or reach finals are just a normal consequence of the power, the potential, the organization, the ambitions, and this one is a different story. This is a consequence of incredible hard work from the beginning. And you felt the stadium, you were there. Maybe on TV people doesn't get the same feeling as one get when he's in the stadium, in the streets. Rome was in a way that in the club we can only feel pride in it, because beginning of the season we were all far from doing the way we did it. And you were speaking about Champions, Europa and Conference. Champions, yes, is a different level. Europa League is not a different level than Conference League. Is in the beginning. In the beginning you can say, because in the beginning in Conference League you get some teams from countries that normally they don't reach these competitions. But then progressively come into a level where I believe this semi-final Leicester-Roma was from probably a higher level than the Europa League semi-finals.
So I wanted to speak to you a little bit about you doing what you always do, and that's improving players, and specifically three people. Chris Smalling. How have you managed to turn him into, again, the kind of defender that he always promised to be?
You know, I think the situation with Chris is about finding a balance on his body that allows him to be regular and to be playing regular, because after that his experience, his know-how, his qualities as a defender are there, and it's just a question of develop it also tactically in relation to the system the team plays and the defensive organization of the team. We did, or we are doing a fantastic job here in the club from day one in relation to the injuries and in relation to the availability of the players. If you remember last season, the incredible number of injuries that affect negatively the season, This season we organized from the beginning. Um, we work a lot on prevention. We have less assistant coaches in relation to the pitch work because it's some work that I love to do, but we put more emphasis on gym work, trying to prevent injuries, trying to reduce the timings of recovery, and at that level, my people is doing an amazing job. Chris is one of the examples. Um, is doing very very well this season. He's playing at a level that makes me really happy about him because he's a fantastic player, and in this moment he's recognized here in England, in Italy, even in a funny way, kind of Smaldini, which is half Smalling and half Maldini. um, he's doing amazing for us.
And Henrik Mkhitaryan, another player that perhaps in the past wasn't giving you everything that you wanted, and yet here is.
No, we won together 3 titles with Man United.
Fair enough.
Unfortunately, the last 3 titles of Man United, and I say unfortunately because yes, I like the club very very much, and I wish the club the best. But we won 3 titles together, so everything went well. In the second season, we were together was a little bit different, and the thing that makes me really happy was because in the beginning, as always, people tries to go on a negative, and people was trying to say Mkhitaryan with Jose has no chance. Jose is the kind of guy that when things go wrong, never go well again, and it was proven exactly the opposite. We were very mature. We were very honest with each other. At that time, even with Mino, rest in peace, Mino. The discussion was very good. We all know that I try always to be very very honest with the players. I saw Rome and my project in Rome needing a player like Miki. I also understand immediately in the beginning the importance of Miki, even in the group, and he's doing an amazing season. He's the kind of guy that is helping us to cope with all the problems that we faced, because as a small squad, without many options, Miki was playing everywhere. He was playing as a winger, he was playing as a 10, then we had injuries and COVID situations, and he became a central midfielder that he's never been in his life. I'm so happy with Miki, and I'm happy with people understanding that with me not everything is black or white, and it's possible that a player becomes with a different relation than it was in the past.
And Tammy Abraham wasn't really given the chance at Chelsea to shine like he's shining here. Is it? He says with you, it's just a case of you always say to him, not well done, but you can do better.
Always. And he knows that, and in this moment it goes even like almost a joke, because of course against Leicester he was absolutely amazing, and in this moment I joke and I say I refuse to praise him because he can always do better. He knows how much I'm happy, he knows how much I love the kids and the player, and I'm proud of what we are doing, and I'm so happy for Tammy. But in the end we got into this kind of relation where I demand a lot from him because I know that he can do amazingly well. I don't think it's an easy decision for a young local player to leave his club, to leave his house, his city, his country, to leave the Premier League, which of course is a competition that when a player is in is hard to leave. He made that option, and I think he made it by trust on by trust on me. Uh, and I think, you know, in this moment, if he wants to go back to England, I don't think he wants now, but if he wants to go back to England, he just need to click his fingers. And I'm so happy for him. Back to national team, loved in Rome. I don't say proven everybody wrong, because I think everyone knows that he's a good player. And I think also with Smalling, with Tomori, showing the English boys that there is life outside the Premier League, and in Italy is a life that can make them even better players than they are.
What are you planning for the second year of the project? Many changes in the squad?
You know, depends, of course, of the owners. You know, of course, we want to try to get into Champions League, but when you look to the level of investments of Inter, AC Milan, and Juventus, you realize that 3 of these spots are basically, or should be basically, closed. There is a 4th spot. Last season was Atalanta. This season is Napoli. Can we get there next season? I think we can. In this second part of the season, after the January market, we did small, but was enough to improve the squad. So by not doing the things that one, of course, would like, I'm not as lucky as some coaches that they can buy what they want. But by doing things with criteria, we can improve things. So yes, next season, after this year of work and evolution at every level, I think we have a chance, and that's the next target for next season.
This one, just say no or not going to answer, that's fine, but Nemanja Matic is free. You've bought him twice before. Any prospect of him?
I never like to speak about players. I don't think it's good for me, for the club, for the players. Everybody knows my relation with Nemanja. He's one of the guys of my trust. We won together, we fought together in United too, and he's a fantastic player. But that's a kind of answer that is not good for me or for the player.
You've reached finals with every club that you've ever been at. You reached the final with Spurs. You weren't able to go.
Yeah, you know, I am in a maturity of my career and also my life, where I don't have bad feelings. You know, I just try to accept the things the way they are.
Must have hurt though.
Yeah, it hurts. I take it in a funny way. Every time I speak with some English journalists like you or press conference, I always come with the joke. I qualified to the final. I hope not to be sacked this time, because it's something that doesn't happen to many coaches. This time I cannot say I am a privileged one, because it happened to me. I don't have regrets. I don't have bad feelings. Lots of nice people in Tottenham. I wish them the best, even to Mr. Levy. But a guy with my career and with my history, I think, was something strange to happen. But in the end, opened the door for me to be in Rome, and I'm very happy to be in Rome. Of course, I would love to be in a position of fighting to win titles, or to be in Champions League, where I played, I don't know, 160, 170 matches there. But I'm loved here. I love people here. I feel very, very part of this empathy created between the fans and the club and myself and the players. I'm very happy here.
You seem happy, and they certainly love you. And then maybe, you know, at the end of the 3-year project, you stay and you carry on winning things with Roma, or maybe you find a new
Who
challenge.
knows? I don't know. In this moment, everything is very calm because I have 2 more years of contract. The club didn't approach me to try to extend, so they don't put me in a situation of accept or don't accept. Everything is very calm, is very stable, and I think that's the way it has to be. I have just to finish the season the best we can, and 100% start next season because I'm not looking for a change. Um, my people knows that I'm not looking for a change, and I couldn't leave the club in my second season. I couldn't do that to the club. So next season I'm here.
Going forward then into the future, an imaginary world maybe, there's a club, a big club that's underachieving, that's got crazy passionate fans in the Premier League. I know you have an association with.
No. I can only say that that yes, it's true. Since Sir Bobby, that I learn what Newcastle is, and I learn how to like the club very much through Sir Bobby eyes and heart. And I'm very happy that they found their stability. Eddie is doing a good work. The club gave the tools for a change in the January market, and I wish them the best.
Another club obviously that is very, very close to your heart, and I know you're not following the ins and outs of the takeover, but there is big changes afoot at Chelsea. You're the man who walks this earth, who's got the most passion and who's loved the most by Chelsea fans for all you achieved there. I just wonder if what your hopes were for Chelsea going forward.
You know, of course, it's a difficult moment, and you can even feel it at football level because they lost that level of excellence and stability. But it's the moment. It's the moment. You know, if you ask me, do I have somebody that I would love to take over from my Chelsea, let's say that? Yes, I have, but I close my mouth, and I just know that the club reached such a level that doesn't matter who with. Chelsea will be always big, and my house will always be 200 meters away from the stadium. So I want to keep listening to the sound of happiness and success, and I'm pretty sure that it's going to be like that.
Maybe the fans get more involved. That's what John Terry, for example, wants.
You know, John is Chelsea. Even if he's not working there, or John is Chelsea. Chelsea was made by people like him.
And just finally, thanks for your time. It's been brilliant. I know you reflected a couple of months back on the situation in Ukraine, but also various situations around the world, and you started a press conference with just an appeal really for sense and for wars to stop. Why did you feel that you wanted to say that at that moment?
There is nothing more that I can say, and it's more about what I feel than what I say. I'm nobody to say anything with any impact. My deep feelings are probably the same as yours. Is the war in Ukraine? Was the war in Syria? Is the wars in Africa? Is the war in Palestine, Gaza Strip? It's just a deep feeling of why and how can we stop it. But it's just feelings from a human being. I'm nobody to say any more than that.